It's a pretty background. Greetings. We're here to peruse the Archeon's vaults. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners, then. Might I ask your affiliation?
We belong to the students of Baldesion, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public.
Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter.
Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that?
That service has also been suspended, I am afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory.
What? So this is as far as we can go?
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded.
By that time it will be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for a moment, shall we?
Okay, so the library is off limits. Students of Baldesion.
We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I would like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load.
Let's see.
What's that? Take you down on a lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only I have found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Alright, looking for somebody here. Somebody inside, maybe? Somebody that needs help. There we go, there's somebody. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archeon even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. So there's a little animal in there. Alright. Door doesn't open? Eh, of course it doesn't. Just here to look pretty. All good. Let's see, where are we? Looking for something. Being pretty vague about its location. And it has been quite a minute since we've done any kind of dungeon content or anything like that. Let's see what we have. Oh, there's somebody. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friends. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Fare very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. Okay, we have another one of those minigame things. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to acclaim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Okay. Looking for... Hit the right bird with the dart. A green bird which caws. Green bird which caws. Does it caw?
this one. This is the one. There we go. All right.
A fair shot.
A fair shot. Indeed.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
There you are. Any new revelations? So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistance.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back.
Okay. I believe we may have our first dungeon.
Well, turning
Finally.
back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go.
Let's go. No time for talking. Let's go. Watch it have a level 82 requirement. All right. I'm not sure about the music direction so far. This is nuts. This is a big spot here. Holy moly. Look at this. This is huge. You got a weird toad thing here. There we go. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is cool. Let's head in here. Get to our destination. This place is huge. Sense a hostile presence. Give me these toads. Let's go. I got this. Finish it with, no? Okay. Alright, I only get 3 charges with that thing now. It used to be like 5. I used to be able to do 5 hits with it. And now it's just 3. Yeah, 3 stacks of inner release.
Hostile presence again, no problem. Cool spot. Love the location here. I'm gonna skip this. A lot of this is irrelevant. I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of this stuff is fluff content just to pad the playtime hours. Because they need you to feel like you're playing for a long time. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Secret passageway, of course. So that mine shaft must have been a dungeon that they were planning on that they scrapped. Because the way the dialogue made it sound, it seemed like that was going to be like a treacherous thing, but they must have scrapped that dungeon for some reason. That's very peculiar. They must not have had time to implement it. It must have been a, they didn't get it finished. Very interesting. Because that definitely sounded like a dungeon. And it definitely seemed like it was the right time for a dungeon to show up. But it just wasn't there for some reason. I'm very interested. Very interested in the specifics of that. Alright. I am skipping all this, unless it's voice acted. We'll see. Flowers. What are these for? Reminder, that lady's dead inside the place, and we're just kind of staring at flowers, so this is kind of poorly paced, I
Hard
think.
to look away, isn't it?
Okay, it is voice acted.
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Uh-huh. Ambient emotion, you say.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations, with too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track. To further complicate matters, every culture even dimly aware of its existence. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Have you learned aught of interest? A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erin, unfortunately...
If...
Oh, forum members directly. Alright, let's go. No, still no dungeon.
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeon?
The Archaeon. Still not a dungeon. I don't believe that this is going to be a dungeon. My
Look,
goodness. Erinville, yes.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're...
Now I'm growing impatient.
Erinville receives his orders from the Forum.
Alright, forum. Yes, very important.
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erinville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice.
Okay.
If you're not comfortable taking part.
Do this alone, okay? Gotcha.
Nay.
Gotcha.
We can apologize.
It might be best if you came along as well.
In fact, we should all. Okay. Come on. Come on. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Pretty flowers. Very empathetic.
Cryo?
Gotta get inside the forum.
Hmm?
She's dozing off.
Oh, yes.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
I'm glad you agree.
Glad you agree. Awesome. Okay, I'm being a little bit too headstrong here.
Quickly. Erinville is on the move. We need to get closer before we...
I just don't have a whole lot of patience for this story. can
can
almost
almost
reach
reach
you.
you.
Okay, so she's looking for somebody too. Okay, that's very interesting. Still no dungeon. I'm positive. We're not even close. Aaronville was headed westward along the path of the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. I'm not too cool with the way this story has been going so far. It's really dragging on. I was expecting to run into a dungeon at this at that big spot. And it just seems like it's really taking its time getting to a dungeon here. We've done no actual content yet. This is all just build up into the content. So they're really stretching the hours here. Really stretching the hours. Logisticon Beta. Climate Control Center. It should have its own lifts, which one could accept a lower over. Okay. A convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Aaronville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. What? Goodness. We're frogs now. I'm a frog. Essentially defenseless. Frog, frog, hop, 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 blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm entertained again. 29 minutes. Alphino. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alfie Toad and Ally Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between you, or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. Okay, this is cute. This is cute. We're froggies. This is the area where we're allowed to be froggies. Look, gloop glops. Look at these gloop glops. They're adorable. Bio pellets. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. I was thinking about stopping there, but this is cute. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Suggesting we cross the bridge. Okay. Cross the bridge. What are we looking for? We're looking for something. Here we are. That looks like a destination.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
New tasks. From the forum. Okay, got it. I'm not distracted. I'm here, I'm focused.
Another lengthy list.
Ah, wasting his time.
If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlian scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
Oh dear. So they've been overworked.
In an age long past, Charlian was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy
this is
in the
evil.
air,
There's evil
the
happening.
time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this.
All will be revealed
in due course. And when it has,
you will
you will
understand.
understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Oh dear, no. These people are evil. Quite obviously. Quite obviously these people are evil.
Then I will do your bidding, but unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
They're evil. It's too obvious that they're evil. Oh dear. Okay, so now, since it's obvious that they're evil, we're gonna get a dungeon now, right? We're getting a dungeon, yeah? That's what's next, right? A dungeon? Anything?
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Oh dear. Well, that was...
While I do have my reservations about the forum, I want to... Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
So you
If you mean
transform.
to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he did seem inclined to put his trust in us all the same. Most importantly, perhaps we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophoroid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Leorzier's request for aid. Alright. Staring off.
What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Okay, keep going, keep going. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. This is a good ending point. Leave a like if you liked the video. Hit the subscribe notification buttons if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video.